What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to another video on the Evolved Manhood channel. As always, it's good to see you. I'm glad to see you committing to yourself, to your goals, and to your dreams, and I'm proud of you for clicking on this video, knowing that it would take some time out of your day and understanding that it might help you become a better man. You see, I'm so proud of that. Now, before we get too deep into today's video, I want to tell you a little bit about our topic for today. And today we're talking about how to be dependable as men, how to get things done when we say we're going to do them. And although it sounds easy, if I say I'm going to commit to this, I should be able to do it. But a lot of times men are not consistent with their accountability. They're not consistent with showing up for their responsibilities. You see, a lot of men in our communities do not show up for their families, let alone their jobs and whatever they commit to on the side, their hobbies, their goals and dreams. So if we're going to commit to what we truly want to do, what we're truly made to do in this lifetime, we have to understand how to commit to the little things. Now I'm going to tell you how to do that, but before I do, let's commit to our daily affirmation. Please repeat after me. I'm growing, I'm changing, and I'm evolving. For God, for my goals, and for my legacy. All right, if you participated, as always, I appreciate you. We're getting right into today's video. Now I want to grab my notes real quick so I can really give you everything I studied on this topic, because I actually did study a lot on how to talk to you guys about this. Yeah, man, becoming dependable is so important, like I mentioned earlier. So let's really break it down. So becoming dependable means showing up every day, not just when it's convenient. You see, a lot of guys only show up when it's convenient. They only do the work when they have a certain amount of time to study. They only do the work when they don't have much to do that day, and we can kind of fit it in with our relaxation and with, scrolling on TikTok. And no, fellas, we have to show up every day, even when it's not convenient. We have to show up for our responsibilities, even when we have so much going on in that day, even when things aren't going our way, even when the money doesn't look how we want it to look, even when the relationship is bringing us down, even when things are stressing us out and we need a break. If we commit to something, if we have a responsibility, guess what, fellas? It has to get done. Men get it done. Men handle what it is they set out to do. Men handle what it is they say they're going to do. So you have to adopt that. You have to. You have to show up every day, not just when it's convenient. And guess what? When you show up every day, it won't get easier, but you will get stronger. When you show up every day, it will become not just a routine, but a habit. And habits are hard to break, fellas. So when you build that habit, it won't feel like you're stretching to get this thing done. It'll feel like another step in your path and in your journey. It'll feel like something that's meant to happen in your life. It won't feel like a stretch. Now, if you want that feeling, if you want that certainty about what you're doing, if you want that certainty about your commitments, even the difficult ones, you have to show up every single day. And I always tell y'all this, man, almost in every video, but sometimes showing up doesn't look like how it did yesterday. Sometimes giving your all, giving your 100% doesn't look how it did the week before. You see, sometimes we do 10 push-ups, sometimes we do 20, sometimes we do 5, sometimes all you got in you for a day is 1. But as long as you're giving your honest 100%, because you're not lying to anybody but yourself, fellas, you're not kidding anyone but yourself, and you're not cheating anybody but your own self. If you're giving your 100% every single day, you are showing up and you are being consistent and you're getting it done. There's that word, man, consistency. Consistency, consistency, consistency. It's the name of the game. That's where the winners win. The consistency. Because not everybody is cut out for what you're trying to do. Not everybody is, but there's a lot of guys that want your spot. And if you're going to keep it, you have to be consistent. And what does that mean? Like I said, it means showing up what? Every single day. Every day. Consistency. When you're consistent, people will notice. Trust me, fellas. People are going to see that. People are going to see, oh, man, that guy's been in the gym every single day this week. I got to watch out for him. But guess what? Maybe there's a guy who's been in the gym every single month. You know what I'm saying? Every single day of the year. Then what? That's consistency. And with consistency, the growth is undeniable. As long as you're giving your honest 100%, like I said, don't cheat yourself, man. When I'm in the gym with my friends, I tell them, don't cheat yourself, bro. You got 2 more reps, do them. If your arms give out, they give out, but at least you gave 100%. But if you still leave something in the tank, then you're not really giving your all and you're not going to grow as much as you want to. Why do we commit to things that we know we want to do to help us become better if we're not going to give 100%? Why do we commit to that new job that we've always wanted, that we feel like is going to make us a millionaire, if we're not going to give 100%? We have to give everything we have, fellas, if we want to see results and if we want to make our dreams come true, if we want to see that as a reality. We have to. Now, going on from there, man, be careful what you agree to. Like I said, being consistent is important, but if you're agreeing to anything and everything, fellas, you're not going to have enough time to fulfill your commitments. You have to understand your limits. And that's point 3, but we're not going to get into that too much yet. But listen, man, be careful what you agree to. There are going to be people in your life, sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's family, that think they're obligated to your time. That's not true. You have 24 hours in a day, and the only person that decides how those 24 hours are spent is you. Now, it's good to be charitable with your time because we know time is a currency just like money. You spend your minutes in the same way you spend dollars. It's so important how you spend your time because you can make the money back, but you can't make time back. So it's important to be charitable and to give your time to just causes and to help people. But sometimes you need some time for you, fellas. You need some time to decompress. You need some time to calm down. You need some time to explore yourself. And if people are denying that from you, then they gotta go. They have to. Or they gotta understand that you come first in your life. That you are your priority, or at least one of them. That's too important, man. But point number 3, comprehend your limits, fellas. We cannot commit to 30 single things in a day and expect to get them all done perfectly. That's unrealistic and it's only going to show you that you aren't who you say you are. You have to understand what your limit is. What can you reasonably do and how can you reasonably stretch your limit? Now, I don't mean stretch it from 10 push-ups to 100 push-ups just because you have some willpower. That's not how it works, fellas. But maybe one day that means doing 15 when your last max was 10. And maybe that day you only get 12 in, but guess what? You broke your old max. That's how you use your limits to produce more growth in your life. You don't overextend yourself. You show yourself just a little bit more than what you're used to doing, and that's where you grow. Almost done, fellas. Let's keep going, man. Be present in whatever you do. Showing up isn't enough. I don't know who told you that, if anybody did, but just showing up isn't enough. That's not really being dependable. If you say you're going to do a job and you show up, that's only half the job. You have to be present there and actually commit the entire time, fellas. So whatever we commit to in this lifetime, whether it be, like I said, a job, a sport, a hobby, a relationship, whatever it is, you can't just show up. That's not enough. That's not enough. That's not going to work, especially on higher levels where people are high value and have higher expectations of you. You have to be present and you have to commit. Like I said, putting in that 100%, man. 100% is not just getting there. That might be like 20% is showing up. 80% is what you do when you're there. What impact you have. How much work you put in. How much you cheat yourself versus how much you're true to yourself. That's what's important. And my last point for y'all fellas, man, prepare. It is so important to prepare for whatever it is that you have going on, whatever it is that you are committing to. My old soccer coach used to tell me and all the guys, man, he used to say this: the day starts the night before. I'm gonna let that sink in for you. The day starts the night before. Now, what does that mean? You're probably thinking, Jeremiah, how can a day start the night before if it's, the same day? That doesn't make sense. But I'm going to explain it to you. That sentence, the day starts the night before, that phrase means your preparation is a part of your profession. Your preparation is a part of your final destination. Whatever it is that your final outcome is, your preparation is a key role in that. You see what I'm saying, fellas? When you show up to do something, having that preparation behind you is so important. especially if it's something that takes a long time to commit to. For me, it was public speaking and speeches. You can't just get on the stage and freeball it. No, you have to prepare. You have to write something. You have to think of how you're going to touch your audience, who your audience is, what they need to hear, how to maintain their attention. There's so many things that go into making a speech than just giving the speech. Your preparation is important. You see guys that play basketball, man, they don't just get on the court and play the game and perform as good as the guy who put in the work in the lab behind the scenes, in the gym when nobody was awake or if everybody was asleep. That's the guy that really shows the results. You know why? He put in the work the night before. Do I literally mean the night before? No, I mean beforehand. I mean preparing and having that preparation early. That's important, man. But listen, that's all I got for y'all fellas today, man. I'm gonna repeat it one more time, just all the way down the list so you guys can really understand our points for today. Number 1, show up every day, not just when it's convenient. Number 2, be careful what you agree to. Number 3, comprehend your limits. Number 4, be present in whatever you do. And number 5, prepare. All right, fellas, that's all I have for you. I hope this message resonated with you. If it did, let me know in the comment section. Let me know how you're doing, how your life is going. I want to hear from you, all right? And I'll see you in the next video. Let's continue evolving to manhood.